Chef Jay, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good evening, Nancy.
Popsie,
Popsy, good afternoon. And
good evening,
Hello.
here.
good evening. Good afternoon to everybody watching on the live stream and watching on the replay. We have a very special guest, the Milky Way kids. I think
Wow.
No,
a
Okay.
lot, a lot of us have tasted it, pero we need to know the story. I need to know the story direct from the founders, no? And one of the, what would you call, ano ba, original gangster talaga in the Philippine culinary scene, no? Chefs. So we have Chef Jay Gamboa and Popsy
Hello.
Gamboa. Malu Gamboa Lindo will join us in a bit.
mm,
My name is Anton Diaz, founder of Our Awesome Planet, together with the Nancy Reyes Lumen, known as the King.
avocado ice cream.
We're awesome live with Chef Jay and the Milky Way kids. Can you do a short All right,
Long
Nancy.
story.
Grabe
Thank
naman,
you,
Anton. Si Jay at
Nancy.
si Malu. Yan ako, yung kung kumain ako ng kanilang chicharon, yung pinipili ko yung the fat, yung talagang makapal na makapal. And sometimes, pag andyan si Popsy, he will choose for me the one na talagang makapal na chicharon. And then I would get the ice cream. Do you know how I eat that? The avocado ice cream with the chicharon. Sakok.
Talaga? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dapat atsara with the chicharon. Not ice cream. Dessert na lang yung
Atsara
ice
with
cream.
You know
chicharon.
why? I don't know.
Ah.
Sabay yun. Sabay. Swak sa akin yun. Ayos.
Okay.
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 All right. So to kick off our discussion, favorite namin dyan, ginumis na rin. Yung ginumis
Uy.
talaga. Legendary.
Kwento rin ako dyan.
Oo. We wanted to know the story. But to kick off our discussion, maybe Chef Jay and Popsy, can you do a short introduction? Paano ba nagsimula tong Milky Way? And
Okay.
how did it all began?
Okay, Pop. Kwento mo na.
Milky Way was started actually by my tita, my mom's elder sister, and my lola. It started as a small refreshment restaurant in the corner of Remedios and Imabini in Malate. So their customers at the time were people who went to mass at the Malate church, and they said people who watched who came from the Gaiety Theater.
The what?
Gaiety Theater. We didn't
Okay.
make that happen. Anyway,
Alam mo ba yun, Nancy?
Of course. Oh, pero ano. I
Ano
don't
yun,
look
man?
I don't look it.
Kami ni Anton, di namin alam yun. Okay.
so they served sandwiches, which we still serve today, and different dishes from Pampanga.
So yung mga merienda dishes.
Merienda, there's
Dinuguan.
Pansit, luglug.
Pansit luglog. Not palabok ha, luglog.
Lumpia.
And this was like in 1958, but in 1962, my lolo, my mom's daddy, bought out an ice cream factory near Malacanang. And my mom was asked to open her own restaurant. At the time, my mom was working. She was a CPA, but my grandfather told them that the only way to succeed is to be an entrepreneur. So she opened the Milky Way near Malacanang, where the ice cream factory was. We sold ice cream and the sandwiches and the meriendas and candy and PX. So after martial law, she ventured out to Makati, where the fast food industry was just beginning. So that's where she had her first fast food restaurant. There she expanded to other
malls. So the first one yata was a fast food center across
what is now Dusit.
dating Manila Garden. Diba, Nancy? Manila Garden. Now it's a Tuta.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
Dusit. Then Mom
SM.
had fast food, yung turo-turo stores in SM, in Anson's Arcade across the street. Then she had some in some office buildings, Citibank, Family Bank.
So hindi pa Milky Way yan. Hindi pa Milky Way yan.
Milky Way na to.
Milky Way na.
Milky Way, pero the turo-turo version.
Yeah,
Milky Way.
She operated cafeterias in 4 high-rise office buildings in Makati, and until later she put up this building on Pasay Road where we eventually had 4 restaurants. Tsukiji for our Japanese restaurant, AzuThai, Cirkulo, and we still have Milky Way, and serving the food that you've loved since 1960.
Yes. Oh, wow. Since 1960. Okay.
Yun.
You still have the one in Green Hills until now?
Oh, wala na.
Okay.
Gave that up na. Medyo malayo eh. Medyo traffic rin.
The traffic was so bad that it would take 2 hours to get there.
So we have na lang in Rockwell. So most of our restaurants are here in Arnaiz Avenue in the Milky Way building, like Popsie said. Then we have Milky Way in Rockwell, which is like the parang hybrid of the old style of Mom. Yon, turo-turo pa rin yon.
Yeah.
But medyo updated turo-turo.
Yeah, it's a small version of what we have here.
Okay,
You can order also
Yeah.
stuff from the other restaurants and you can pick it up there.
Just for the sake of Anton, who happens to be the younger one here. Yung Anton, yung sa Rockwell, meeting place yun ng mga baby boomers kagaya namin. Doon nakikita yung dating may crush sa amin, tsaka mga dating mga crush namin. Kasi that is what the food that we like is all there. So usually meeting place yun ng mga reunion, di ba? Family. So
Okay.
it has a tag in the heart.
Okay, pero I'm curious. So, the Gamboas are Kapampangan, di ba? And how did it transition to Japanese Thai food and Spanish?
Before that, is your mom Kapampangan? They were both. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Mom and Dad from Guagua, Pampanga.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, guagua.
Oh.
Okay.
Have you been?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But it's known for really good food also.
Oo, ganda ng Guagua. Pero we haven't been there in a while also.
Okay. So, paano
Sarap ng halo-halo dun sa Guagua. The best.
Oh, yes.
The best ng halo-halo dun.
So paano?
Okay.
What's your culinary DNA? Paano nagkaroon ng Spanish and Thai and Japanese?
Okay. This is a story. So, parang, I want to say, growing up, kami, we always ate out. We were always in the restaurant. We're always in the, sa fast food center, SM. We're always out as kids. Always, either we're working there, kaha, or selling chocolates, or
Scooping ice cream.
So, yan yung upbringing namin. Yan yung playground namin. So, after you work, syempre, kakain kayo sa labas, right? Kami, favorite namin, kumain Japanese. And Nancy knows this, next to fast food center is Kimpura.
Okay.
Right? Then across the street in the Manila Garden, diba, they had 2 Japanese restaurants there, yung Gojinka and Benkai. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, palagi kami kumakain ng Japanese. And my dad also, he had other businesses, and he used to travel to Japan a lot. And occasionally we'd go with him, we'd accompany him on his trips, and we really had a deep love and appreciation of Japanese food and culture. Okay, so yung mga bandang late 80s, we were eating in this Japanese restaurant just 2 doors down, I remember.
Like a hole in the wall.
Yeah, the new Musashi restaurant. It was introduced to us by a friend of my dad, and
Who was
Japanese, and said, "Oy, you should eat there. The one who cooks there owns it is a Japanese guy. He imports everything from Japan." So, punta kami doon. So, Papa-san, Mama-san, no English, luto lang sila. Sarap. And, really, this food now we never experienced before. Like, gindara. Okay? That's the first time we ever had gindara. And all the hamachi, kampachi, all these exotic seafood, mga sashimi niya, iba talaga. So my dad approached him and said, "Hey, baka you want to partner up and do a joint venture. Let's open a Japanese restaurant together." So that's the beginning of Tsukiji restaurant in 1989, I want to say. Mr. Katayama and Mrs. Katayama, he was the chef, and Mrs. was the restaurant manager. Together with my mom, we built and opened Tsukiji restaurant. Tsukiji, incidentally, is the name of
The main
Market.
fish market in Tokyo.
which is no longer
Yes.
there. But since Papa-san used to go to Japan every 3 weeks to do the shopping himself and bring it back, so we continued that style, that tradition, and also we named the restaurant after the market.
Okay.
So that's how Tsukiji got started.
All right. So there would be like I'm seeing like a structure wherein Popsy would handle the store, the candies and the specialties, and then you'd handle the Thai and the Japanese, and then Malu would handle the Spanish. So how do you work together peacefully and amicably and cooperatively?
Very, very simply. So, ako, I take care of more back of the house, more the cooking, the food, the menus, the purchasing, the plumbing, the pintura, more back of the house. Malu does likes the front of the house, so she's more visible with the guests and
Wow.
welcoming them, entertaining. She also does. She's the general manager, so she does the HR and the finances. And Pop takes care of our purchasing. So, Pop, tell them what you like doing.
I like to shop. Like my mom's siblings would always say that I was mana to my lola,
Uh-huh.
who had to buy everything in the palengke.
Okay.
So our cooks know that if there's something that's not available in the regular suppliers, they'll call me, and I will find it and
Deliver.
deliver.
That's right. Any which way. So,
And because now we shifted our selling to take out and party boxes, so I also take care of putting together the design and packaging of these things.
so yeah.
Okay.
So,
So,
all works
how
out.
did the Spanish started? Favorite ba ni Malu yan or kayong lahat?
Yes. Okay. Spanish started. Malu naman. Okay. Malu and I, we went to university in the States. So, me, I graduated in 92. Malu graduated in 90. After graduating, Malu went to Chicago. She worked there. She got her MBA there. Then before finally coming home, she told my parents, I'm gonna go to Europe first with my friends. Okay, so she goes to Europe with her friends, her classmates, her high school classmates. Then she was in Spain. Then she comes back and says, "You know what? We're gonna open a tapas bar." So yun yung idea niya. We're gonna open a tapas bar, and she really fell in love with the lifestyle, the Spanish lifestyle, the eating, small bites, the drinking, the sangria. It's just so much fun. She said, we're going to transport that to Manila. So, in 90, I want to say 94, 95, she
Yeah.
teamed up with her best friend's sister, uh, uh, Tina Bonoan, um, and her partner, Ramon Castellanos, who was a Spanish furniture designer. So they came up with the concept of El Circulo, patterned after a bull ring. So, my gosh, we spent like a year building this. Then finally, when it was done, it's really a spectacle. It's really beautiful, really unique design. Ang galing nila. Then there's artwork commissioned and made by Mr. Luz on the walls, and just really beautiful design. So that's a, so. But me, I was still working. I was still working at the New World Hotel. So I wasn't, I wasn't really ready to join them. Pero, eventually, I joined them na. Then we had a consultant, Senor Alba, who really is the most generous guy, helped us out a lot. And together with our partner, Chef Jay Roses, the three of us, we were able to, figure out something. And, get...
Let me interject first again for the viewers that Jay Roses and Jay Gamboa were gold winners, diba? In the competitions. Talagang they were a threat to all the other chefs who were joining. Talagang they kept winning. Is it because
hindi pa naman uso nun eh. Hindi pa naman uso.
Hindi. Bakit na ba? Kaya nga eh.
Hindi nga uso. So,
Okay.
yeah. Beginner's luck. So that's how Circulo got started. And so...
And there were no Spanish restaurants during that time, no?
Meron rin, but
Meron na.
no tapas bars per se. There was Mingoy's, there was Alba's, there was...
Okay, yung tapas bar.
I think, if I may say,
El Comedor.
El Comedor.
Yeah. Pero your concept was iba eh. Your concept was more tapas and you introduced the bar.
Yes.
Diba? Hindi yung mga mesa na kakainin, pwedeng umupo dun sa bar na mahaba and then enjoy the tapas. And then I think you were one of the first to really bring out the cochinillo. In fact, yung sisig
Talaga?
rin.
Ay, nagsimula rin yun? Wow.
Oh, yes. Cochinillo. Pero tinuruan kami ni Senor Alba noon ng cochinillo. Pero mas maganda lang oven namin. Kaya mas mabilis kami magluto noon.
Anton, can I ask them now? Okay.
Oh.
Go back now to the Milky Way story. Can you tell us, like, how old were you when you were already eating the avocado ice cream and the buko sherbet and all those good things in Malacanang? Were you there? Playground nyo rin ba yun in Malacanang or wala pa kayo?
I was there already. I was actually born there.
Uh-huh.
The ice cream factory was below our house where we lived upstairs.
Okay.
So yes, I had ice cream for breakfast every morning.
Wow.
Because we eat ice cream very early. We had 26 flavors and 4 flavors of the buko sherbet. So
Who developed those recipes?
In the beginning, there was a base that was available from the States, but my lola and my mom's sisters, they just put their heads together to make different flavors.
Yeah.
So we had 26 flavors, starting with almond, atis, avocado, until Tutti Frutti, vanilla, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, milk, high alay.
Ano yung high alay? Hindi alam ni Anton yan.
It's
Remember cherry juice?
Yeah, it's pink.
It's pink. That's cherry juice.
And of course, the buko sherbet, di ba?
Yeah, that one, we had 4 flavors at the time. Buko plain, buko mais, buko lechias, which we still have today, and buko nangka.
Yeah.
So,
okay, may I ask what's the best seller of the ice creams?
It was avocado, ube, and cheese. That's why those are the flavors we carry until today.
Okay.
But occasionally, when there's a good mango harvest, we make fresh mango ice cream. And we also now...
Atis ice cream.
Atis ice cream when it's in season.
Don't ask na lang how we make it.
How?
And also now with our other restaurants, we have specialty ice creams for each restaurant. So for
Tsukiji, green tea, for AzuThai, Thai tea,
Circulo has a Torones ice cream.
Ron,
And
red bean
and a
ice cream.
special ice cream for our ginomis.
Yeah, for the
Which we
ginomis.
make also.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Panachas.
Oo, ibang klase yun.
And the three of you take turns or help each other develop the recipes for not just ice cream but for all the other dishes, or is that compartmentalized? Malu for Circulo, Jay for the Asian, and you for the ice creams, whatever. How does it go?
Well, the actually they'll tell me, they'll say, Jay, gawa ka naman ng ganito. So, or they'll give me a sample, or they'll say, oh, can you eat here and try this?
Or from our travels,
Or
we
from-
see something that we think will sell.
Mm-hmm.
So we taste it, take pictures, and I'll tell you, I think it's made like this.
Mm-mm.
Then we try and make
Try it, make invento.
Because we actually went to chef school in Thailand.
In Thailand.
before we opened
Yeah.
AzuThai.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. One remarkable with Milky Way, Anton and viewers, is their the loyalty of their staff. They've been I've seen them. We know them. We see them. When I see her face, I know, oy, andito ako sa Milky Way, di ba? And I think your mom was very instrumental in keeping it like a family, di ba? What was her management style?
Family style. So she took care of them as if they were her own family. So because of that, we have second generation already from because our Yaya Chu has her nieces and nephews working for us now.
Mm-mm.
Then we have Lisa and Bok who are still with us. Their nieces and nephews are here with us as well.
Wow.
And yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's
so yeah, so like
how long has how long?
they've been with us even before I was born. So
So
that's
Wow.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Did the
So-
pandemic change that? Did the pandemic change that dynamic o hindi? Tuloy-tuloy pa rin.
no, they're still here, and in the I'd say darkest days of the pandemic, they before the pandemic, we sent them home to check their homes and make sure their families were okay. We didn't realize that they won't be back for the next 2-3 months until. So we were the ones manning the store ourselves, taking down the orders, packing the orders. Until that was in March, until our Yaya Chu surprised us on Easter Sunday and came back and she said, "This is where I want to be. Ayoko doon."
No,
And
I need a
and then slowly, she called the others. So they all came back. So we started with a skeletal staff of them and their nieces and nephews. Until slowly, when business picked up later on, we started calling our other people who've been with us for a very long time as well.
All right.
Okay. Now, no, na-mention mo na yung ginumis, no? Ano bang secret? Ano bang story ng ginumis? Kasi, a lot of your stuff have been copied or, inspired by other people. But ginumis, wala makakopya ng ginumis eh. What's the secret?
Ito yung kwento ng ginumis. Okay. In 2007, I got invited to do a demonstration in Seville. In Zaragoza for the World Expo there. So they invited chefs from international chefs, Spanish national chefs, like 3 chefs a month for that whole year in 2007 to make cooking demos in Zaragoza. The theme, so you're supposed to present a menu. The theme of the expo was water. So we had to come up with a menu with water as the main ingredient or cooking medium. So, okay. So I presented the menu there. Siyempre, may sinigang doon, steamed yun, sabaw yun, so may water yun. Then, I remember we made something like a Hainanese chicken that's poached, sous vide. Hindi pa uso noon, 2007, pero okay, water rin yun. Then I was thinking for a dessert. My favorite kong dessert or snack in Via Mare, yung ginumis. Okay? I didn't even know gatayon, pero pero I really enjoyed eating that. So I was thinking, so this idea came up to me na baka I could make that ginumis into an ice cream dessert. So we were able to develop an ice cream with coconut cream, with panocha, with and churn it and come up with that dessert, with that flavor. So that combined with the pinipig, with the sagot gulaman, crushed ice, and some more coconut cream. That's how the ginumis came about here in Milky Way.
Wow. Galing.
What about the classic dishes of Milky Way? Of course, the halo-halo. That's very iconic of Milky Way. And before I forget, why Milky Way nga pala? Why the name?
Because it was the name of the ice cream factory that my lolo bought. So, since they were selling mainly ice cream, so the signboard said Milky Way, so I guess the name stuck.
Yeah. It was originally owned by these ladies,
Some Spanish
ladies. They put it up after World War II. Diba?
Uh-huh.
World War II,
Wow.
GI, ice cream,
Yeah.
hamburger, hot dog. So I think nakiuso sila. Gawa sila ng ice cream factory. I guess, I don't know, Milky Way bar, maybe. Maybe that was catchy also. So
Yeah, so the name stuck because that was the name of the ice cream factory they bought.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Now, we'll go to the photos, no? But before we go to the photos, tell us the story of AzuThai naman. How did that got started?
okay,
Sino mahilig sa Thai? Sino mahilig sa Thai?
2008 yata yun. 2008? Okay. Before AzuThai, we had a ramen shop called Azumaya. Okay. So we built that, I think my parents built that 1990, maybe a year or two after Tsukiji. So mga 2008, 2007, medyo pagod na tong Azumaya na to. We're thinking, renovate na natin to. So we called our favorite architect Gary Coscolwela, my classmate. Gary, gawa tayong bagong restaurant. So he made a design for a new ramen house. Wow, ang ganda talaga. Okay? It was so nice. We said, nako, kung tuloy natin to, it might affect Tsukiji. So we said, sige, palitan na lang natin yung cuisine. And parang that time, we like going to Bangkok. We were discovering Thai cuisine. So we said, hey, let's go to Bangkok and let's see, let's see if we can make one. Let's see if we can learn, if we can get some Thai chefs. So, yeah. So we went. We took a 10-day course there with our friend, Chef Marco Bruchweiler, who's a Swiss chef, but owned a Thai cooking school. Okay? Yung maganda doon was, you could talk to him in English, and his instructors who were Thai spoke English rin. So, during those days, kasi it was kind of hard also to travel in Thailand. They hardly spoke any English, so that was the advantage. So for 10 days, we were in his school, and we went through all the dishes, and he introduced us to 2 Thai chefs. So we said, okay, tuloy na natin to. Then we got our architect, we brought him to Bangkok, looked at designs, looked at restaurants, came back and redid all the plans. And in a few months, we opened na AzuThai. Incidentally, Chef Marco, our friend, is the father of Lisa of Blackpink, by the way.
Who? Lisa.
Lisa of Blackpink.
Oh,
Ay,
sorry.
sorry. Si Anton, alam niya Anton yun.
Ito talaga, Jay, ang dami mo.
Sorry.
Totoo yan?
Tanong mo. Go. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the photos muna para to
Okay,
capture.
name them.
That's our Yaya.
That's our Yaya Chu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But she still looks like that. She still looks like that.
Oh,
This is kind of recent.
yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's Christmas.
Yeah. That's the one in white or black or what?
Um,
Can you name them because the audience doesn't
Yeah,
really know everyone? All right.
in the back, it's our Yaya. I'm the one in the middle.
Malu's in front. The one in the lower right.
In orange is Gina.
Gina.
Okay, yeah.
She's our other sister.
So Yaya works there pa rin.
No, she's home,
Uh-huh.
but she makes some items to sell. So she's in charge of the beef belly flakes. She's what else does she make?
Whatever she wants to make.
Whatever she wants to make.
So nice, so nice.
Whatever she
Galing
decides
mo.
she wants to make and
Ever.
makes us sell it and it becomes a hit, so we keep it in the menu.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I have a surprise for you.
Ayan na!
Ayan na.
Oh, ano?
May surprise. Wait. May
Ano yung
surprise.
surprise?
Hello!
Ay, hello!
Hello!
How are you? Nice to see you. My God, it's been ages.
Grabe kayo yung mga
Good, you
lipstick
too?
nyo. Ang lipstick. Talo
Oh,
ako.
di ba?
Oo nga.
Sabi niyo
Nancy.
ba my face? Oh, alam niyo na lahat.
Hindi pa.
May mga dadagdag ka pa. Ikaw mag-caption ng pictures. Go.
Oh, ikaw mag-caption ng picture.
Sige, sige.
Okay.
Oh,
Ayan.
so that's Jay's cochinillo asado, which we serve in Circulo. And we also make a Thai style that we serve in AzuThai with 2 chili sauces, a green chili and a red chili. And both are very popular. So the marinade differs in the restaurants, but we use the same 21-day-old pig. And they're very popular for all the important celebrations. So this is available whole, which is good for about 15 people plus, 15 plus. But you can also order half. So now we're having celebrations at home with smaller groups. So it works really well.
Okay. All right. Next.
Okay. And during the pandemic, was it hot ba? Or okay lang?
Mabili yan.
It was
Yeah.
available. We sold a lot.
Yeah.
Especially on occasions like Mother's Day,
Yes.
Father's Day,
Christmas
and New
Eve,
Year.
New Year's. So good thing that we were able to get a steady supply from our suppliers. But it was tough for a while. But nakakahabol naman.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. Okay. We cannot see it
This is
too
very
clearly.
recent. This
Huh?
was December 23rd in AzuThai. We were with our dear friends Karen Pascual and famous actor Enchong D. So we were having dinner in AzuThai preparing for the Christmas rush. Because December 24 is the biggest restaurant day of the year. So, wow, it takes us about a week to prepare for that. And Popsie played a very big role with all the packaging, labeling, because now it's a different ball game when, it's so important now to really make sure everything that we serve is delivered safe and secure, nicely packaged. So, Popsie took care of all of that for us.
Okay. Next.
Oh, that's
Aba.
Jay. Oh, ganda ba ng picture? That's in the Circulo kitchen, which is a very old kitchen. This was built in the 80s originally for Milky Way and then refurbished in 1995 for El Circulo restaurant.
Where is the oven?
Where's the oven? Behind Jay's right shoulder.
Oh,
Left shoulder. That's the Hosper.
That's the cuchinillo oven.
It's not there.
Wala. The cochinillo oven is in the other side of the room. What do you call it?
It's in front.
Rational.
Rational.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. All right. That's interesting.
Oh, that's the. I told you earlier that we were selling candy from long ago. So this is the counter in Aguado the ice cream factories behind. Then we had cake and chocolates and snacks and candy and ice cream. So you could buy it from outside. There's a window that you can access us from the sidewalk, so you didn't have to come in, but you could come in too.
You were already selling cakes and pastries?
Yes, you see those things in front. We made rolls, mocha roll, egg roll,
Wow.
ube roll.
Pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, and there's some breads or something too.
What year was this taken?
That should be
60s.
pagka I was born pa, mga 62.
62, 1962.
Okay.
Wow.
Ito, yung mga hairdo ng mga noon, no?
Sorry, our original girl there at the counter was bought, and she's still with us up to now.
Yes.
Yeah, 10%.
Ano to? Were they students or from near? This is Malacanang, no?
Most
Yeah,
likely, these were
Ah.
students from Holy
Holy Ghost.
Spirit because they're the kawaii. Because La Consolation's uniform is brown. Diba?
Tama,
hairdo
Holy
uso na
Ghost
ulit
pa yan.
po. Yeah, I got
Oh,
curious
these
with
are-
this. Yeah.
Ha?
No, next na. I got curious with that. Is that a birthday cocktail or what, tapas or something? Pansit?
That's our pandemic hit. It's called the
Pansit cake.
Pansit
Lumpia.
Lumpia Cake. So, Jay saw it somewhere and then made a version for Milky Way and just posted it on. He gifted his wife with it for her birthday.
Nice.
June 12, 2020. So he posted it, and then people got curious and said, "What's that?" So he fixed it up, and then Popsie fixed the packaging kasi it was falling apart. You know, when you put this in a motor, pagdating dun sa recipient, gulo-gulo na yung mga itlog. So Popsie fixed it, put a collar, ribbon, and then it comes with a candle. So it's our new all-occasion gift cake with the Pansit Sotanghon Lumpia Cake.
Okay.
Wow.
And
Looks
it feeds
good.
about 12 to 15 people, ha?
Yeah.
Ang dami niyan.
And you
Talaga?
have lumpia pa.
Oo.
Wow.
Very
And we're
nice.
ready for people who order it for Valentine's Day. So we have
Oh, meron kaming
Merong
it's right now.
Kailangan matikman pala yan. Alright,
Instead
next.
of the candle, it's gonna have love.
Is that Gina? I cannot see. Okay.
Yeah, that's Gina, me, and Malu
Uh-huh.
in
Where?
at our friend's house in Tali.
Okay.
Yes. That's in Rajo's house.
Okay.
Yeah. This was just
Alright.
December 27.
Bago
This
lang.
is back to Milky Way Aguado.
Yeah.
In the Turo Turo, the original Turo Turo.
Parang Holy Spirit ang uniform.
Sila parati present.
Di ba? Holy Spirit ang uniform.
Our customers were mostly from
San Miguel.
Oo. So, ano yun? Parang yung fashion nun, 1 inch below the knee.
Sorry.
Fancy making choppy.
Became choppy.
Naging choppy yung kay.
Hold on.
That's good. Having the two there.
Okay. We're back.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's true, our yaya.
Yeah. How old is she
One who's
now?
allowed to make anything.
How old is she?
76.
Wow. Okay. She looks young. Alright. Next. Yan!
Yan ang the big and best halo-halo.
Oo. So what's the story? What's the story?
Storya niyan.
What's the story, Pop?
Well, there's really no story, but all ingredients are prepared on premise and
Everything homemade in that.
homemade, even the ice cream,
There's red
even
gulaman,
the ice.
green gulaman, garbanzos, white beans, leche flan, pinitig,
Mongo,
red beans.
ube.
I mean, the only thing we don't make there is the evap.
Tama.
Is the what?
Even ice.
Evap.
We make the ice.
The only thing we don't make is the evaporated milk.
Okay.
Everything is we make.
So, is it as classic with the ube? Ube yan? Ube? You cannot see
Ube
the-
halaya,
Oh,
ube
wow.
ice cream.
And I want you to take note of this picture. Okay, you will see this picture of this picture.
You see it online, people selling halo-halo glasses.
Using this picture,
this exact picture.
Oo nga. Yes.
which I took in 2011.
And,
Okay.
and even in a billboard somewhere in, where's that?
Davao.
La Union?
Davao and La Union.
Yeah, selling halo-halo, pero this is the picture.
Yeah. So if you look at this picture in the bottom, may Milky Way pa sa plato eh. So but
They don't even take it out.
and they'll change for the background, pero
They'll leave the Milky Way logo.
yeah.
So, that's
this
your
is
contribution to the classic halo-halo of the
Yes.
Philippines.
The
Okay.
picture lang. The picture.
Yeah, because we were looking for a sturdier type of packaging for take-out halo-halo. So when I was looking in Shopee last week, it's our halo-halo that they were advertising. They were selling the glass, actually.
Ang galing. Oh. Tsaka yan na yung classic halo-halo, the Filipino halo-halo. Eh.
Yeah.
Yan na yung standard.
Yan na. Siya na. Sige, gagamitin ko rin.
Oo. Huwag mong tanggalin yung logo, ah.
Oo. Promise. Okay, next.
Okay, next.
Ayan.
Yun.
Oh, you had the word
Created
turo-turo.
by Mang Naning yan.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the facade of the Milky Way in Aguado. So,
Yung guagua?
no,
Inguagua?
in Aguado, that's a street
Aguado.
just off
Aguado.
Malacanang.
Ah, okay. Alright. And
Yeah, you see,
how
this is
many,
second floor. We used to live up there.
how many years was that in existence before you moved?
That's where my mom started. So that's 1962,
I think until 92.
maybe 92. We moved to Makati already.
Ah,
But even when we were here in Makati, it served as our central commissary because of its proximity to the markets, Quiapo,
Yes.
Divisoria.
yeah.
So everything was cooked there and delivered to our stores in Makati until we later closed that and moved everything here.
Alright. Okay, next.
Ganda. Classic na classic. No? Ang ganda.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sino to?
Oh, that's us. With the
The
kids.
whole
and-
Gamboa? The Gamboa clan?
Sa Cambo.
Yeah, I believe that's probably Christmas Eve.
Yes, Christmas Eve 2021. So
Uh-huh.
that's Popsie, Gina with her husband Jing and their 4 kids, Malu and my husband Mon, and Jay, Maha and their 2 kids.
Okay.
So that's our most complete photo, recent photo.
Alright, next. Oh, there's Julie and your dad.
Yeah. So we're celebrating my dad's 2nd year death anniversary on February 17. Mom went ahead in
2011.
2011.
Yeah.
At age 74, very young.
Yeah,
Daddy
I
went at age 84, no?
Yep.
84, yeah. So
Yeah.
10 years. We had daddy for 10 years just with us, without mom. So it was fun also
And that picture's
in
most
Japan.
likely taken in Japan.
Yeah. They would take us for all occasions, every opportunity. shopping, for eating, for discovering, because they really believed in, actually tasting it for yourself, and that's how you'll be able to translate it here in the best way possible. So they would take us to Japan a lot.
I think one important reason why the four of you get along, in business and in personal lives is because your mom and dad loved each other and they were very loving, di ba? Halatang halata. Your mom was a very active person. I remember her. Because we were both in the Dasmariñas village ward.
Yes.
Kaya inaantay na. I forgot the agenda, but I remember the sandwiches. Okay.
Yes. She was
Hi,
very
Gina.
fond of you, Nancy.
Yeah, I know. I miss her. I love her. Okay. All right. The classics.
Avocado, ube
Avocado,
and cheese.
corn, and ube. Still, until now, sila pa rin. What's behind? Ano
Yeah.
yan mga nasa likod? Popsie, ano yan?
Those are if in the background of the three cans of the ice cream, it's our poster. Actually, it's painted in acrylic, hand painted. That says
Uh-huh.
"Big and Best Halo Halo." I believe it was
For the fast food, no?
it was part of a display in one of our old restaurants. So
Okay.
the thing's probably easily 50 years old.
Yeah. So many people want to get it from us.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
So some guy just hand painted
Mang
it
Nani.
and
Si Mang Nani.
On glass.
On
on glass man.
Yeah.
on glass. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's our
And that was
only
the-
vintage poster na lang.
Yeah, and that was a signboard for the Halo Halo, which we sold really a lot of since,
Yeah.
especially
Okay.
in the 70s.
Yeah. So now we sell our Milky Way ice creams. Just 3 flavors: avocado, ube, and cheese by the half gallon. How many flavors did we have before?
26.
26
At 26.
flavors.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
With mom.
And Popsie and kayo. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably 19 something,
No, bago tayo. 2001.
2001.
2001.
Brand new.
When
Yeah.
Milky Way Cafe.
You were all close to your mom. Like she was a
Yes.
friend as well as a mom and a business associate and your mentor.
Yes.
Okay.
We would have most meals together. So
Uh-huh.
she would have breakfast with dad every day, and then we would have lunch in Milky Way every day. Then Sunday lunch complete with all the kids. So I guess, food really kept us close too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, before that, Anton, let's not forget the people who are saying hello. Nene Kyoge. Nene Kyoge.
Oh,
Love watching this and hearing for the first time.
Yeah.
And
And
Is-
ano?
Merdeka Ibanez, the lead.
Yeah.
Very interesting. No, it's really interesting. Now, one of the things I wanted to ask the Milky Way kids, having experienced the pandemic and throughout the years, from the 60s, what were your biggest learning coming out of this pandemic? What was the key for your success?
What are your biggest learnings
During
during
the
the pandemic?
I think what I'm hearing from you kasi you actually innovated on some, you focused on packaging, but was there anything that you could share to our audience na what you guys learned throughout the last 2 years as well?
What did you learn in the pandemic? What's your pandemic skill?
I think we learned to respond quickly. So before our biggest source of business were parties. Every day we would have meetings, functions in our banquet hall, children's parties every weekend. It's always fully booked, lunch through dinner. our restaurants were full, our parking was full. Then suddenly the pandemic, we had to close and shut down and not have anybody come here. So what we reacted quickly by saying, but wait, a lot of people are wanna eat our food at home. So since we already had our party platter selection, we offered that right away, and we started right before Father's Day. Right before
Mm-hmm.
Father's Day, and we sold our packages and promoted. Well, everything was so new because now we were promoting by Viber. First time that all these Viber communities were coming up. Everything through Facebook, through texting our old clients, telling them we're still around. Maybe you want to order your paellas from us, your sushi boats from us, your pad thai. We're still, and then the halo halo. Then summer came along, and we said, okay, um, there was a reseller of our Milky Way product who said, Malu, can you figure out how to transport your halo halo? How can it get to Parañaque in good conditions? So I told Jay and Popsy, we have to come up with like packaging for this. So they came up with a Milky Way halo halo kit. So Popsy had these insulated bags made. Jay figured out how to package them all from the containers to the cups to the long spoon
And the shaved ice.
and the shaved ice. So this was in a really nice insulated bag transported to our client's home.
Yeah, we practiced first sending it to our friends who live, let's say, in Alabang.
Yeah.
And calling kung ano.
Did the ice make
Diba?
it? Kasi yun lang naman. The ice cream, matibay naman eh. But the ice, shaved ice. So,
Yeah.
Parang you just have to react. We had, the great thing is we have such a big, uh, big supply or number of things to sell. Our product inventory was really limited. So what we really had to figure out was how do we get it to our clients, because they can't come here to us for the meantime. So it was all about packaging, delivering, working with riders. Oh my gosh, people will send us spreadsheets with like 100 addresses, and we had to figure out how to send them within an hour or two, because you want the food to be in a good condition by the time it gets to them, right? So we're talking to Grab.
We're losing you.
You learn from it. Some people say, wala pa yung pagkain ko, you have to look for the driver and trace it, then to eventually get there. So many learning experiences throughout the pandemic.
Okay. Do we still have some more photos, Anton?
Wala na, that's it. No?
Okay. All right. So, since Anton already led into how you face the challenges, maybe you could tell us, going back to the way your mom started it, what were some of the values that you learned as under her, under the staff, under your dad, that you think that will be a good learning for the Gen X or those who want to put up businesses? The values of your mom and your dad. May I say one thing I really noticed with the Milky Way kids? As you said, you would eat your meals there every day. You were there. The owner presence was really what held the Milky Way together in all the challenges. Talagang you were always there, the owner presence. So when we would eat, we know, hey, andyan si Jeyo, andyan si Malu, ay, andyan si Popsie, oh. And hahanapin, di ba? And so you felt part of Milky Way na rin, di ba? Okay, dami kong sinabi. Okay, so values that you can share, that you learn. Malu, ikaw, HR ka eh. Popsi, ate, ate.
Sorry, Nancy, you have to repeat. Choppy.
We couldn't get your question.
Sorry.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, can you say it?
What were the values
The value.
that you learned from your parents that you used for your business?
Oh, I guess it's the value of hard work, dignity of labor, and treating our people right. So you see us still work in the restaurants. We don't mind um, clearing out tables if we had to, and and also because we treat our people well. They've been with us even before we were born, and they're still here now, and they bring the second generation of their families to work with us now.
Did you ever get bored having to stay half the day, every day, 24/7 there
Mas,
at Milky
mas
Way?
boring sa bahay.
That's nice.
Dito, ang dami mo nakikita. Ang dami mo kausap. At saka masaya lahat ng tao dito.
Yeah.
Diba? They come here, they want dining experience, they want to eat. You know, they're here for a good time. So, you know, that's our job to make sure they get a good time.
No, and I think
Experience
this
all of
time,
that, and, you know, they leave happy so that they'll come back.
siguro meron pa kayong, may
Yes,
old-timers
that's
pa
why
kayo.
I enjoy doing this, and Mom and
Alright. So siguro, meron pa kayong mga 80-year-old clients, mga 90 who still remember
Sorry,
Milky
Choppy.
Way. I'm
Me-
sure,
ah,
wala.
Hindi, meron pa sila. Meron pa kayong mga 80 years old na client.
Who remember Milky Way.
Nancy, we have a new chairlift pa.
Ha? Ano?
Yeah, we have a lot of, and especially that now they can go out and have dinner outside. Our old elderly clients are back.
Yes. Okay. Alright.
Happy to know.
When your parents passed away, the transfer of management was already in place, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was a very smooth transfer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
How was that done? How did that happen?
Oh, our mom set us to work early on. So when Jay and I came back from studying abroad, that was in 1995 pa. I mean, we were really tasked to take over and run the business with her, you know. So Popsie was managing Milky Way Rockwell, and then her store that sells all the candies and chocolates and our frozen meal items. Jay and I, we were in charge of Circulo. At that time, just Circulo. So me, front of the house, and Jay, the back of the house. Then we opened Milky Way Cafe, then AzuThai. So with her, we would be here every day. So we were already running the business with her. So when Mom got sick in 2011, we had already learned so much from her since 1995 of day in and day out operations. So there was really no transition, and to this day, we're just continuing her same style with ours incorporated. But you'll see still that many of our staff still quote her and say, ayaw ni ma'am yan, or kailangan ganito, you know. Siya nga yung panakot ko when they do something na iba. I said, pwede ba kay mama yan? And then they understand right away, you know. So it's been really, I guess, a smooth transition. We didn't really feel it because she's been teaching us, and she's still very much around. We know what she's happy about, how she wants things to be done. So we still continue what we learned from her to this day.
Are there any unfinished bucket list that you had that, that you would have to do?
Sorry?
Did she?
Unfinished bucket list.
Yeah.
Bucket list. May bucket list pa ba kayo?
Bucket list.
Of your mom that she wanted to finish?
Ano naman?
Parang my mom really was just so focused and did everything that she planned to, or set out to do. And I guess it was her main goal lang to make sure that there's continuity within the family. Because we never in our family conversations did it come up na someday sana somebody will buy us, or someday somebody will take over. So I guess it's just for us to continue what she started, and for us to train naman our next generation to take over.
Okay.
All right. Now, just to close our conversation, what's your outlook for 2022 and beyond? A lot of entrepreneurs are asking what other restaurateurs are thinking. Ano bang what's your outlook? Ano ba yan? Steady lang ba? Or you have new plans for new restaurants, or just keep the business tight? 2022 outlook.
Sorry, I
What's
thought
your
choppy.
One more time.
what's your 2022 outlook? How do you look at 2022?
Your plans for 2022?
Medyo choppy yung internet nila. Kasi 'di ba? I mean, just to close our conversation. So, did you hear that?
I don't think they heard that. Can we
Ang
type
galing,
it?
no? Interesting, no? I mean, I was really so happy to have this conversation. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
No. Can you hear us?
Wala na.
Maybe Nancy
wala.
can say it.
Nancy, go.
Okay.
No.
What are the plans for Milky Way?
We'll try to figure out something.
Pero Nance, no? Ang galing. Galing na story nila.
Oh yeah. I wanted to ask if
Or
kung meron
frozen.
na silang may third generation na.
Oo, yes. Sino ba ang third generation? Yon!
Malu, okay na?
Yeah. Yes. Maybe that's better. Yon.
Just use fine cheese.
Oo, di ba? Sino ba? Who will be the next generation? Their next generation.
You know, their mom had a really big presence in Milky Way. She was really the soul. Siya yung she was the energy.
What are our 2022 plans?
She was very active. Hindi siya yung young at heart.
Close kayo ng mom niya.
I love her kasi we were together in the board. And naman me I like the matriarchs. Like my Lola, And she had many nice stories.
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Yay!
All right. One of the last questions. Number 1, what are your plans for the next 5 years? Number 2,
5 years? Oh my gosh.
meron na ba kayong third generation Gamboas who will take some of the management work from you?
Wala
pa.
Wala kaming plans. Wala kaming third gen and
Pero naman. Well, we're just hoping to get through the pandemic safely and in good health for all of our 140 staff in our family, And looks like things are looking brighter. Hopefully the worst days are over.
Yes.
So people are beginning to come back to dine in our restaurants are getting busy again for dine-in and take-out. We're really grateful for that. So right now, it's just really making sure that everybody gets fully vaccinated, boosted, just taking care of everyone's health in the company and making sure that we can finish the year. So parang ang dami nang nangyari. January was quite tough for the country, for everybody here. And it seems like it's been so long already, but it's just been a month into 2022. So, but hopefully the worst is over. We have no plans for expansion. We're so happy when people ask us, say, do you want to open abroad or do you want to open branches? Because new malls are opening and they want to bring Milky Way to their malls and Tsukiji, to their different establishments. But we were really committed to just focusing on our flagship, our building here with our 4 restaurants. It's a lot of work already, and we're just really happy taking care of this right now. So I think you will see more and better dishes, food to be even improved as much as we can. Service, definitely, we missed everybody. We missed everybody during the pandemic. So we look forward to serving all of you live, hosting your parties again. We miss that very much. We missed 2 Christmases, 2 seasons of Christmas parties, and all your children's birthdays. Ang laki na siguro pag balik ninyo dito. So we're looking forward to all of that.
Yeah. And I guess you have to say that the food will be just as good as the way when we missed it so much. It will
be
always
better.
be good. Oh, okay.
Sabi ni Jay.
Okay. All right. Maybe with that, you can just I don't know how the 3 of you or one of you could just address the Gen X now and the younger batch. How they can succeed in being as successful as you, the Milky Way kids.
Oh, wow.
Any advice and tips?
Guys, 3
Kaya
of
mo
us
yan,
just
Jay.
love... Huh?
Kaya mo yan. Go.
Okay. Secret namin is we just really enjoy doing this. Malu enjoys doing the front of the house, welcoming, entertaining. I enjoy cooking. Popsie enjoys shopping. Sourcing. So, guys, just find what you love and what you enjoy, and work won't seem like work.
Yun na. Okay.
All right. Galing. Congratulations. Wait, can I get a photo of the 3 of you? Hindi kayo kompleto kanina. Yeah. Pwede kang lumapit, Pops. Yeah. Okay. All right. 1, 2. Wow. So, very inspiring discussion. Thank you for sharing. And now we know why Milky Way is really successful. You love what you do. You take care of your employees. And, of course, the food, the quality of the food is always there.
Actually, may I have a short last say that the culinary DNA of the Gamboa kids is the culinary DNA of Milky Way, is the culinary DNA of Julie, Mama Julie. So, it's been well preserved and the work ethic comes with it and the quality and all. And I think most important is the love. Love. The love for the food and the love for the staff. Wow. So we love you. We thank you so much. I mean, Milky Way.
Thank you for having
Milky Way
us.
is part of the Filipino heart.
Of course, yes. We all grew up with Milky Way. All right, maraming salamat.
Nancy.
Thank you.
Popsie,
Thank you,
Jay,
guys.
and Malu.
See you
Thank you
soon.
very
Take
much.
care, guys.
See you soon in
Bye.
Milky Way. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank
Happy
you.
Valentine.
Happy
Happy
Valentine's.
Valentine's.
Can you do a short introduction